Sharon, it is so cool to meet you.
It is really a pleasure to meet you. And it's
Um,
always a pleasure to hear a voice from my native land.
I was going to say, what's the Irish connection?
Well, I am mostly Irish, Irish on both sides of my family. We're from the Galway coast.
Oh, wow. Have you been here to research your connection at all?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been there. In fact, I was there in January um, because Betty Williams was my unofficial godmother. So I went to Belfast to see her before she passed away.
Oh, it was nice that you got to get over here. I'm sorry about the circumstances, but it was lovely that you got to get over here and see her again.
It really was. Ireland.
Sorry, that all cut out.
I
But
said it's a big loss for me and for Ireland.
yeah, but something that is great is Ratched. And Sharon, I cannot believe that this is your first foray into the Ryan Murphy world. What was that like?
Well, I had wanted to work with him because I just think he's an exceptional producer. His whole way that he does everything is really beautiful. And there are actresses like Jessica Lange. I had always thought that her work with him was just off the charts, and that he gives actresses worthwhile material.
Yeah,
And so few people really do. So few people really create the kind of work that's meaty, worthwhile. At a certain point, you kind of are, you get scripts and it's like, the part is like just a nothing. And with Ryan, you get these parts and they're really something to do. There's something that makes you feel excited to get up and go to work.
you had a lot to do in
Yeah.
this, Sharon. And before we talk about the character, I want to talk about the fact that, not only are you working with Ryan Murphy, but how fab is it that you get to work right around the corner from your house in a house that used to belong to your mate?
It is really great because Tony Duquette and I were very close friends, and he actually contributed a lot to the way that I made my house because we became such good friends. And, when I met him, I think he was already close to 80 when we met. And
Wow.
he came in the house and said, I haven't seen your pictures, darling. Mary Pickford was my friend. And, he had done the sets for all the like Three Musketeers movies, and he'd done the sets for The King and I. And I'd never lived in a big, big house before, but I had gotten into a situation with my fame where I couldn't stay in the house I was in. So I had to buy a house behind gates. And so he came, and I just couldn't buy furniture because I didn't really understand how to buy furniture for a big house.
Yeah.
And so one day I came home and he had moved all the furniture from The King and I into my living room. And I had all this great, you remember, I don't know if you remember The King and I, but when they dance, there's this great big sort of blue satin sofa, like sort of, you
Yeah.
know, L-shaped big sofa. And while it was quite beautiful, it was a little overwhelming to have all that stuff and the kind of Asian statues in my living room and all of this. I was like, you know what? I really have to buy some furniture.
um, what I love about, just one question about your character, Lenore, is that she loves her son fiercely and will do absolutely anything for him. And we as parents, we want to do that. But as a mum, when do you know to go, do you know what? I want to be in there and be the tiger and look after you, but I need to allow you to make your mistakes and learn from them and fight for yourself.
I think in my case, because I had children, um, I had my second and third children, I adopted after I'd had a stroke and a brain hemorrhage. So was always kind of raising my children because I never really felt certain about how long I would live or certain about my own health. So I always raised my children with a sense that they could be fiercely independent and that they could be stand for themselves, because I wanted to make sure that no matter what happened to me, they would feel strong and safe. So I raised my kids always with that sense of independent spirit.
That's an amazing gift to give your kid. Sharon, I could talk to you forever, but I need to wrap it up. Thank you for taking the time to chat, and thank you for Ratched. Absolutely love you in it.
Thank you.